Hello and welcome to Everyday English Talks. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Dan. We are so happy you're here today.
Everyday English Talks is a podcast where we help you learn real, everyday English, the kind of English that people actually use in their lives, not the stuff from a textbook, the real stuff.
Exactly. And today's episode is a really fun one because we're talking about everyday English phrases, useful phrases you can use in lots of different situations.
Yes, we're going to look at phrases you can use at home, at work, at school, at a coffee shop, and even on the phone. So there's a little bit of everything today.
And if you are a beginner or intermediate learner, don't worry at all. We keep things simple, friendly, and easy to follow. That's kind of our whole thing, right, Cheryl?
That is literally our whole thing. Okay, so let's jump right in, Dan. Let's start with phrases you might hear or say at home, just around the house, in the morning, in the evening, that kind of thing.
Ooh, I love this one. Okay, so one of the most common phrases you hear at home in the morning is, I'll be right there. So maybe someone calls your name from another room, and you want to tell them, wait just a second, I'm coming. You say, I'll be right there.
Right.
It basically means I'm coming very soon, just a moment. It's a really polite and natural way to respond. You hear it all the time.
So true. And another great home phrase is, can you give me a hand? This one is so useful. Give me a hand means, can you help me? So if you're trying to move a heavy box or reach something on a high shelf, you say, hey, can you give me a hand?
Yes, and I want to point out it's give me a hand, not give me your hand like holding hands. It means help. I know that one can be a little confusing at first.
Yes, totally. Imagine asking your roommate, hey, can you give me a hand? And they just hold your hand. That would be weird.
So weird. Okay, another home phrase. I'm worn out. This one is great for the end of a long day. Worn out means very, very tired, exhausted. So you come home after a busy day and you say, I'm completely worn out.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like a pair of old shoes. They get worn out over time. Your energy gets used up the same way. I love that image.
That's a great way to remember it. And one more home phrase. Could you turn that down? So if the TV is too loud or music is too loud, you ask someone to reduce the volume. Could you turn that down a little? Super polite, super natural.
And the opposite is turn it up, make it louder. So turn down means quieter, turn up means louder. Have you ever said turn it down to someone at home, Cheryl?
Oh, every single day. My neighbor plays music really loudly in the morning, and I always wish I could just say, turn it down through the wall.
Okay, listener, I hope you can use that phrase with slightly more success than Cheryl and her neighbor. All right, let's move on to the next setting, the workplace.
Yes, work phrases. Okay, these are really important because a lot of our listeners might be working in an English-speaking environment, or maybe they want to. So, Dan, what are some common phrases you'd hear at work?
Okay, so the first one is let me get back to you on that. This is huge in a work setting. It means I don't have the answer right now, but I will find out and tell you later. So if your boss or a colleague asks you a question and you're not sure, you say, let me get back to you on that.
Right, yeah.
It sounds much more professional than just saying, I don't know. It shows you're responsible and you'll follow up. Really important phrase.
I love that one. Another really common work phrase is, I'm on it. If your manager asks you to do something, a task, a report, anything, you can say, I'm on it. It means, yes, I'm already doing it. Don't worry, I've got this.
It sounds so confident too.
Exactly. 3 words, but you sound totally in control. And another one, could we reschedule? Sometimes meetings change, plans change. Could we reschedule means, can we change the time of this meeting or appointment? It's polite and simple.
Yes, and you can add a reason after, like, could we reschedule? I have another meeting at that time. Very natural. And here's a fun one. Let's touch base. This is a classic work phrase.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Touch base means to make a quick contact, to check in with someone. So you might say, let's touch base tomorrow morning and see how things are going. It just means let's talk briefly and make sure we're on the same page.
So useful. Have you ever heard your boss say that, listener? Let's touch base. You will, I promise. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's talk about school, phrases you might use in a classroom.
School. Okay, so the big one here, one that so many learners feel nervous about saying, is could you repeat that, please? If your teacher or professor says something and you didn't catch it, it's completely okay to say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Teachers actually really appreciate when students ask this. It shows you're paying attention and you want to understand. Don't be shy.
So true. And similar to that, could you slow down a little? If someone is speaking too fast, it's totally fine to say this. Especially when you're learning a language, fast speech can be really hard to follow. Don't struggle in silence. Just ask.
Another great school phrase is, I'm not sure I follow. This means I don't fully understand what you're saying. It's a really polite and natural way to say I'm confused. You can say, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain that again?
Yes, I don't follow or I'm not following are both used. And one more school phrase. Can I borrow a pen? Or can I borrow your notes? Borrow means you take something temporarily and give it back, so it's different from take.
Ooh, that's such an important distinction. Can I take your pen sounds like you're stealing it. Can I borrow your pen sounds polite and friendly. Big difference.
Huge difference. Okay, let's go somewhere a little more fun now, the coffee shop.
Oh, yes, I love this one. Coffee shops can be a little intimidating when you're learning English because there are so many options and people are waiting in line behind you and you feel this pressure to order quickly. So let's make this easy.
Right, exactly. So the basic phrase for ordering is for example, I'd like a medium coffee, please. I'd like is a polite way to say I want. It's softer and more natural than just saying I want a coffee.
Yeah.
I want a coffee sounds a little blunt, not rude, but a little direct. I'd like a coffee sounds friendly and polite. Always a good choice.
And then the barista might ask you, is that for here or to go? This is so common. For here means you want to sit and drink it inside the coffee shop. To go means you want to take it with you and leave. Some people also say takeaway. That means the same thing as to go.
Oh, good point. To go is more American English. Takeaway is more British English. Good to know both.
Exactly. And another really handy coffee shop phrase is, what do you recommend? If you're not sure what to order, just ask the barista. What do you recommend means, what do you think is good here? It's a great question, and people love answering it.
Yes, and if you want to add something to your order, like milk or sugar or an extra shot, you can say, can I also get some, for example, can I also get some oat milk in that? Super natural, super easy.
And if you mishear the price at the register, you can say, sorry, how much was that? Don't be embarrassed to ask. Cashiers and baristas fear this all day. It's totally normal and expected.
Totally. Okay, we've got one more setting to cover, and this one is really important. Talking on the phone in English.
Oh, this is a big one. A lot of people feel more nervous on the phone than in person because you can't see the other person's face or body language. So having the right phrases really helps.
Exactly. So when you answer the phone, especially a professional call, you can say, hello, this is Dan speaking. This is Dan speaking is a natural and clear way to identify yourself, much better than just saying, hello, yes?
Right. And when you call someone and you want to speak to a specific person, you say, could I speak to? For example, hello, could I speak to Sarah, please? Very polite, very clear.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And if the connection is bad or you didn't hear something clearly, you can say, sorry, could you say that again? Or sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that is a really natural way to say I didn't hear or understand what you said.
Oh, I didn't catch that is so common. I say it all the time on calls. And here's another phone phrase. Can I leave a message? If the person you're calling isn't available, you might be asked, would you like to leave a message? And you can say, yes, could I leave a message, please? Then you give your name and number.
Right, exactly. And at the end of a call, a very natural way to say goodbye is thanks for calling or talk soon. These are warm, friendly, and super common. Much better than just hanging up without saying anything, which I'm sure none of you would do.
Okay, I think that's a really solid collection of phrases today. Let's do a quick recap before we go, Dan. We had home phrases, I'll be right there, can you give me a hand, I'm worn out, and could you turn that down?
School phrases, could you repeat that? Could you slow down? I'm not sure I follow, and can I borrow a pen?
Coffee shop phrases. I'd like a for here or to go, what do you recommend, and how much was that?
And phone phrases, this is speaking, could I speak to, I didn't catch that, can I leave a message, and talk soon.
That is a lot of great phrases, listener.
It really is. And here's our challenge for you this week. Try to use at least 3 of these phrases in real life before the next episode. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just try. That's how you learn.
We believe in you. Every time you use a new phrase, even if it feels a little strange at first, you're getting better. And that feeling of, oh, I used that phrase and it worked, that feeling is amazing. We love hearing about those moments from you.
So if you want to share how it went, or if you have a phrase you'd like us to explain in a future episode, reach out to us. We love hearing from our listeners. Your feedback really helps us make the show better.
And if you're enjoying the podcast, please share it with a friend who is also learning English. The more people who listen, the bigger and better our community gets. And we are so grateful for every single one of you.
All right, that's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It really means a lot.
I'm Cheryl. Take care, keep practicing, and remember, English is made simple, one phrase at a time.
And I'm Dan. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.